I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Today, a team of the season so far prediction. This, I would say, is my pick for the most consistent. But I've basically gone through the data and I've chosen the players who deserve it more than others. So this will be controversial. By definition, it has to be, right? So up first, I've gone with, well, no, I haven't gone with COURTOIS. Now, COURTOIS has kept 12 clean sheets so far this season, which is good, but he's only made 47 saves, which is half that of other goalkeepers. So that's why I don't really think he deserves to be there more than, and this is going to shock you, LENO. LENO has kept 7 clean sheets, 1 penalty save, okay, 5 less than COURTOIS, but he's made 104 saves, which is more than double what COURTOIS has made. So the fact that he's made double the amount of saves and only has 5 clean sheets less, I just feel like out of the blue, because I didn't expect it. I think LENO deserves one. Moving on to the Sheffield United centre-back. We're going to do this in order of like lineup and the first 11 and things. We're going with EGAN, 132 clearances and 34 tackles, which is quite some contribution. And of course, a lot of the Sheffield United players deserve to be recognised for their season so far. Moving on to Collar. Now, this is a player that I don't know why I've put here, but I'm not going to include, despite the fact that he's only conceded 8 goals in 24 league games this season, which is very good, but you do have to take into consideration the level of opponent that he's playing. CRISCITO. Why I've got him down as a centre-back, I'm not sure. I think he would be a left-back. Not sure where he's played this season, actually, for Genoa. But still, 7 goals, 67 average touches per game, which is quite high. And of course, his team are level on points with the side in the relegation zone. So the fact that he's done that well is a testament to how well he's played. GRIMALDO with 6 assists, 84 touches on average, and he's played all 24 of Benfica's league games. It kind of goes without saying that he'll get one anyway, because he's one of those sort of high-rated cards that anyone would choose. You know, it's going to be the same. I mean, you look at the selection, you can basically choose who's going to get Team of the Season cards based on what people want, but still, he deserves it. Moving on to VELTMAN. VELTMAN made 60 tackles, averages a 7.35 match rating, which is very high, very, very high. Most players, I would say, within this selection average around 7.1 or 7.15, somewhere of that nature, so that is quite a high rating. We're going to move into the midfield now, and we're going to talk about BUSQUETS. Now, I'm not sure about these ratings, by the way, whether he'd be 93, 94, or whatever, but BUSQUETS has made 1,672 accurate passes, not passes, accurate passes, and averages a 7.29 match rating. He's also got 4 goal contributions so far this season. It goes without saying again, people will vote for him because he's the higher rated, but he definitely deserves it, as does, in my opinion, CASEMIRO, with 83 tackles, 7.32 average match rating, and of course, like COURTOIS, has kept 12 clean sheets. Definitely counts because he's played more of a defensive role so far this season. So clean sheets, in my opinion, count for those type of players. Like, you wouldn't say Messi has got 12 clean sheets because obviously he's a striker or an attacker. Fernandinho, I was very surprised that I put him in here myself, but when I looked at how many accurate passes he's made and all the rest of it culminated together, 1,619 accurate passes, 7.03 average rating, and 34 years of age in the Premier League. One of the most competitive, not so much this season, but take Liverpool out of it, very competitive league, right? Moving on to Calvert-Lewin. I'm not sure what rating this card would be, whether they'd go a little bit, balls to the wall and give him 89, 90, but I've gone very conservative. 13 goals, 1 assist. Quite a low average match rating, but strikers don't tend to get high ratings. 7.01 average rating, but every player that I've chosen has a 7 or above. Next player, this is a shoe-in. I mean, he's guaranteed, and that is Dembele of Lyon. 16 goals, 2 assists, 7.02 average rating. So 3 goals more than Calvert-Lewin, 1 assist more, but basically the same average rating. But still, definitely deserves to be recognised for for that season. It's interesting that EA gave him a Future Stars card because that will now plummet in price to almost non-existent pricing, right? Let's move on to the final striker in the starting 11, and I've gone with EDOUARD, not sure. 20 goals in 26 games. You do have to take into consideration, of course, that it is for Celtic. It is in the Scottish League. So, you know, were he playing in the Championship or were he playing in Bundesliga, would he get that many? Why did I choose Championship? Very competitive league. Let's move on to the subs. Rully, interesting one here, right? 94 saves, 8 clean sheets, 2 penalty saves. I would argue that him and Leno deserve to be there more than Courtois and more than any other goalkeeper that you could choose as well. I just think that Courtois will get it because it's Courtois. It's just stupid, but still, it is what it is. Clichy, 5 goal contributions, 7.21 average rating, 153 successful combined defensive challenges. Now, if you compare that to Gomez, for example, of Liverpool, he's only made 87. So that's why I've left Gomez out, really, is because all these defenders have just done so much more. Svensson, for example, I've left him out, but still worth a mention. He has countless defensive challenges, but also a 7.26 average rating. I believe Gomez is low 7s, high 6s. SVIATCHENKO, this guy has kept 9 clean sheets so far this season. He's got 6 goal contributions. Bear in mind, he is a centre-back. And 7.26 average rating. Very, very impressive stuff. We'll talk more about Gomez at the end, though. So if you want to hear more about that, just stay tuned. Jorginho of Chelsea, looking pretty good in there. 1,638. Thought that sounded a bit off. Accurate passes. That is an 88% pass accuracy. That's a lot. That's very high. Average of a 7.07 match rating, and of course 6 goal contributions. I'm pretty sure he takes Chelsea's penalties or has done at some point, but still, that's irrelevant. That is a very successful season. Moving on to Boga. Now, I like this guy in real life. I think he probably should have been given a Future Stars card, but that's irrelevant. He's done well enough, in my opinion, that he could, not will, could squeeze a team of the season spot. 10 goal contributions, 86% pass accuracy for an attacker. That's quite impressive. And for a mid-table side, no less, as well. So, in my opinion, definitely deserves to be recognised. Let's move on to Wallace. A lot of people will turn their nose up at this, I'm sure, but you can't argue with 19 goal contributions in the Championship. Very, very impressive stuff. 7.21 average match rating as well. Loads of Championship players missed out. They didn't have informs. I think there's a Fulham player with the most passes or accurate passes in Europe, and he's missed out. Berardi, again, another player from Sassuolo. 9 goals, 5 assists. Get this, 7.51 average match rating. That is the highest of any player in this team of the season predictions. Just unbelievable return. Not too far off him is Nani, actually. 17 goal contributions and 7.44 average match rating. So Berardi and Nani registering the highest match ratings through any of the players selected. And of course, he does have 5-star skills. I'd love to see EA massively boost up that pace, but I just can't see them doing it. I would still welcome this card, though. It would be really, really nice. I know a lot of Barcelona fans might be a little bit salty, so here we go. Here's PIQUÉ. I've put him in there because he deserves to be there. I'm just going to get it out there. 1,688 accurate passes. That's more than Sergio Busquets. That's more than Toni Kroos as well, by the way. So 7.06 average rating. And I'm not picking up on Toni Kroos just to badmouth the Real Madrid player. I couldn't care less. I'm just saying PIQUÉ has the most accurate passes in the league. That is impressive. THIAGO of Bayern Munich, 7.44 average match rating, which matches Nani, of course, so puts him joint second. 1,530 accurate passes and a 91% pass accuracy. That is the highest of any player in this team of the season so far prediction. In fact, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's the highest of any of the candidates as well, especially with that number of passes. Thuram of Gladbach, 14 goal contributions. He should have multiple informs by this point as well. He's had 1, which is an 81 rated. That was a striker. He has played striker, but then he's now more been pushed out to the left in recent weeks, when we had football in recent weeks. And moving on, finally, Oyarzabal of Real Sociedad. I mean, 88 shooting, 88 passing, 88 dribbling is fantastic. The pace is a little bit off, but 14 goal contributions, very much like Thuram. 7.07 average rating, and in my opinion, 100% deserves that final spot in Team of the Season so far. Several players I've missed out on here, and I know I'm going to get flack for it. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, guess what? I've done unbelievable amounts of research for this. I looked through so many stats and games and individual performances. Felipe Anderson, a lot of people will pick this, and I'm sure he'll get one. He doesn't deserve to be there in the slightest. He's only averaged 65 minutes this season, and he's got a 6.91 average match rating, and he's only got 5 goal contributions, and yet I firmly believe he will get himself a Team of the Season card. He doesn't deserve to be there, and that's why I left him out. As I say, Joe Gomez has had a good season, don't get me wrong, but he's only managed, I say only, he's still impressive in the Premier League, but he's managed 87 combined defensive challenges. He's got an average match rating of 7.04, which is still good. He's still done really well. And I am a Liverpool fan, right? I'm not just going to say he deserves to be there over everybody else just because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a realist, and I've gone through the stats, and unfortunately, he falls short of what other people have done within the candidates, right? So in my opinion, he should miss out on the Team of the Season card, at least. Well, I say at least miss out on most consistent. They're not going to give him a Premier League one, I'm sure, but he's going to get it, right? Because everyone's going to vote for him, and EA will pick him because he'll sell packs, I'm sure. But if you go around and have a look at the stats of other players, he just falls short, unfortunately. And, you can't always read into the stats, and sometimes you'll have to watch all the performances and so on and so forth. And he does have an 88% pass accuracy per game, which is good. And like I said, he has had a fantastic season. There's no denying that at all. But yeah, I would choose other players over him for what they've done. And there we go. That's the end of the video. Very controversial picks here or there, I'm sure. A lot of people would be very unhappy with what I've chosen, but I've not gone off what I want. I've not gone off what I think EA are going to do, and I've not necessarily gone off what I think people are going to do. And yes, I've called it a prediction, but I've gone off the data. I've gone off all the stats, calculated all the data that I have, and I've come up with this list of players who, quote-unquote, deserve it more than the players I've left out. Hopefully you can see that, and if you agree or disagree, then feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. If you have enjoyed today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.